What's going on, y'all? What is going on? We are back in the building for a brief period of time. Yo, this video, I feel like it's so unprofessional. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't know if I'm live or not. Let me know if I'm live. What's going on, Odessa? I see you. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm laid up in a hotel bedroom. What's going on? What's going on, Shamar? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all. Yeah, we doing this live real quick. I got a couple of things to talk to y'all about. You said, why don't we look relaxed? Okay. We are definitely relaxing today, y'all. I'm definitely relaxing. Okay, good. Y'all can see and hear me. I know I need to, y'all know I need to dye my beard. All right, cool. Y'all can see me and hear me. All right, perfect. So a couple of things. I wanted to hop on here. I am literally, y'all, I'm on a staycation right now. Listen, it is completely unprofessional of me, right? But I'm on a staycation and I was like, let me make a couple of quick announcements and talk about a couple of things real quick. Shamar says, where's the cocktail? Ain't no cocktail. Look, the only cocktail I got is some water right here. Okay? Some water. This is the staycation before the real vacation. Y'all like this? I don't like it, man. I be feeling like I look ashy. Ashy. Y'all don't think it make me look ashy? I don't know. So yeah, I'm in my hotel room. I'm actually in Philly, so I'm not any place exotic. No, this ain't no disrespect to Philly, but one of my friends is here for work, and she was like, "Why don't you just come up here and get away for a bit?" Look, not you at home in the bed, not going to work, okay? Oh my God. So I need to tell y'all a couple of quick things real quick. Y'all, for those of you guys who know, I have been doing the absolute most since my dad passed. And I was literally trying to do this event on the 27th, but I literally, y'all, I can't do it. I need to go home. I need to go spend some time with my mom. Like, I literally had to cancel it. I've sent everybody refunds. But I also had to get on here and I had to tell y'all, I have been trying to do so much since my dad passed, and I have not taken any time for myself. And everybody's been telling me, you need to slow down. You need to stop. You need to take a minute. And a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if I told y'all, but I ended up in the hospital. I did an IG video kind of touching on it a little bit, but I ended up in the hospital because I was having panic attacks. And they just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And finally, I was just like, okay, I cannot pour from an empty cup. And right now my cup is empty. Okay? It is empty. So I really didn't want to disappoint anybody. I really didn't want to cancel. I really wanted to just be able to, just hang out with my people and celebrate. But I feel like I can't really celebrate if I don't feel like I got anything to celebrate. I know that sounds bad. I mean, I know we alive, so every day is a day to celebrate. But I just feel like, nobody tells you, like, when you lose a parent, like, if you don't stop and take some time for yourself, it will catch up to you. And I feel like it's catching up to me right now. And I did not want to be that person that was like, going through something like this and then be like, woe is me or nothing like that. I wanted to keep going. I felt like if I just kept going, if I did more, if I added more to my plate, if I just continued to like push myself, that I would push myself past all this. And I'm just like, honestly, y'all, this thing don't go away. It does not go away. It ain't going nowhere. So I was talking to my assistant as I was on my way here, and I was just like, I just can't do another thing. I cannot do another thing. And my biggest fear was disappointing people. But I also had to realize, like, y'all, I can't keep doing this to myself. I cannot end up in the hospital again. I just can't. Like, not for that. Not for... When I was in Thailand, I'm not even lying to y'all, at one point I almost had a nervous breakdown. It was crazy. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of let y'all know what was going on with that. Here we are. I'm laying in a bed in Philly. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I really don't know right now. I'm just trying to figure it out day by day, y'all. And again, I did not want to be that person that when they lost a parent, that they just fell apart. I just didn't want to be that person. But I honestly feel like when you lose a parent, you can't help but fall apart. So here I am, sideways in a video, telling y'all what's going on with me. So I apologize to everybody, but refunds have been sent out. It should take at least, I guess, maybe between 1 to 7 business days, depending on your bank. But I have screenshots. I've definitely issued everybody a refund. And if you have any issues, shoot me an email at RHOPFilming@gmail.com. Or bookings at RHOPFilming, bookings at DJRichieSkye.com. I think that's it. Yeah, bookings at DJRichieSkye.com. Or to creativesoulsmc@gmail.com. That's my assistant's email. So, like I said, just shoot us an email, we'll get it straight for you. Otherwise, it'll take a couple of days, I guess. And in the future, I mean, I definitely want to do something, but it'll be something that I think is a bit more intimate. Not even more intimate. It'll just be when I'm able to do it, when I feel like celebrating. And right now, I don't feel like celebrating. It don't feel like life is like I'm just not there. And so here we are. Okay. But I did want to come on here and talk to y'all about a couple of quick things. Also, too, with regards to reality TV. Let me get my charger. I told y'all this video is about to be backwoods ghetto. Okay? The professionalism is where. Ain't none. But I gotta get my charger, so y'all bear with me. I don't want my phone to die. Oh, this might be, this lighting is a little bit better. Okay, I ain't sideways no more. All right, boom. We charging. Okay. Somebody said, is it Brishayla says losing your parents opens your eyes to another life? Man, let me tell you. It opens your eyes to a completely new life. I feel like I know something that I don't want to know. I really feel like I know some stuff about life now that I don't want to know. And it's like, you can't look back now. Like, why do I know this level of darkness? I don't know. But I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. And as a result, it has made it increasingly difficult for me to, hopefully this don't shut down. I'm having a memory issue on this app, whatever. If it shuts down, I'll start it over again. It is what it is at this point. I am trying to worry about being perfect today. So it has made it increasingly difficult for me to talk about reality TV shows that I feel like ain't even in my love. Like, I'm not even freak on that vibe right now. Like, as much as I want to be, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I also have been taking a couple of days like in between. And that last thing with like, you know, the Kenya Moore and all that, and the Brit thing and the pow pows and the photos. I just ain't mentally even in that space where I can really even, that ain't enjoyable to me. That's just that. Martine says both of mine are gone, and sometimes I feel untethered, one day at a time, sometimes one moment at a time. And that's absolutely the case. It is one moment after the next for me, one moment after the next. And I feel like people don't really talk about this, or at least not in the circles that I feel like I follow. Like, nobody talks about, even now, like, I'm reading your comments and it feels like we all are going through these silent battles all on our own and trying to figure it out, because there's no real outlet for people to talk about the grieving process, because number one, it feels sad. And I don't want to be making, I mean, the reality was I did not want to be making content that felt cringy or made people or made other people feel sad. So I just kept trying to like push myself to the happy space. And even when you're doing that, that's draining. It's just draining. Yeah, Shamar, it makes you take a hard look at life and what really matters. And it's like, some of the stuff, I mean, it don't really matter. Like, especially if it's entertainment that no longer feels like entertainment. Like, I don't care. I don't care. And I'm trying to care, but I don't. But I show up because I'm like, for real, the thing that keeps me showing up is my connection with y'all. That's it. That's the thing that keeps me showing up right now, which was why I wanted to do the event in the first place. But we'll pick that up at another time when I feel like I'm good again. That's it. And I don't feel good right now. So that's that. I mean, I did go to the gym today. So I did get out of the bed. Listen, when people tell you that you should just sit down and do nothing but grieve, that's hard for me. Like, I was like, my sister said it the other day, and I was like, girl, what are you talking about? Sit down and grieve. Like, I ain't trying to, like, if I sat down and just grieved, I might go into some type of depression, and I'm not trying to do that. So the alternative for me was just to keep working. Like, oh, just keep working. Just keep showing up. Just keep working. Just keep talking about, you know, TV shows and stuff like that. Yeah. Just keep doing it. And she was like, no, you need to sit down or it'll catch up to you. Somebody else told me this. Who else was it? Well, I won't put his business out there, but somebody else you all know very well told me I needed to sit down, or that taking some time off would be beneficial. See, Simone, that's the hard part for me. Give yourself some grace and sit in your grief. Sit in your grief. I don't know what that looks like. I don't want to be over here just crying in the corner, you know? Like, I mean, and I get it. We all cry in the corner sometimes, right? But I felt like I don't have time for that. That's what I felt like. That's what honestly, that has been my mindset since my dad passed. I don't have time to be sitting around and crying because it's things that need to be done. That was it. That's it. That's been my mentality since December 17th. I don't have time. Like, stuff has to happen. When somebody passes, you don't even have time to think. You got to start entertaining people that's coming over to the house. You got to start planning for the service. You have got to start, doing all the things. Like, ain't nobody got time to be sitting, like, and nobody tells you that. It's paperwork. It's business that needs to be done. You got to make sure the funeral home ain't getting the insurance. It's so much that nobody tells you about. But what I also now know is if you don't sit down or find a way to sit down, this thing will sit you down. And that's where I'm at right now. So I don't want this to, this to me is not I don't want it to be a woe is me type of thing. And I never wanted that. But I got to be truly honest and just tell y'all this is where I'm at. And I put myself here. That's the crazy part. I put myself here because I thought I could just beat all of this by continuing to work and continuing to go. Don't stop. Hustle till you pass out. And that don't work. So, my apologies to everybody, who was planning to come, who had booked a ticket, who had done anything. I just need a minute. A couple of quick things. I meant to make this also about a little bit about what's going on in the world of reality TV. Just to touch on a couple of quick things that some of you guys may be excited about. Potomac is filming again, according to TV Deets. This apparently started the same day that Mia made her announcement that she was exiting the show, which is also interesting. If you follow her on Instagram, she is starting a new franchise. I think it's called the Tox or something like that in Georgia. So for those of you guys who are in the Georgia area, okay, she is definitely starting a new business, but Potomac has started filming as of this Monday, according to TV Deets. And they're really reliable in terms of tea about these shows. So definitely tune in and tap into reality TV news via TV Deets, in the interim. Also, let's touch on this real quick because this was kind of shocking to me. It ain't really shocking based on where we at with it. But did y'all see Carlos's interview with Rasheeda and Kirk? I mean, they kind of went in on Yandy and Mendeecees. I mean, shout out to Reality Entertainment TV for picking this up, but they talked about how Yandy and Mendeecees were allegedly coming for their spot on the show because their contract period was up. So I don't know if you guys, I think Candy had mentioned this. So for those of you guys who may be a little bit unfamiliar with how the process works is usually you have a contract period, right? And then the network has the right to continue to pick up your renewal until that contract is up, right? And then when that contract is up, you can usually quit. I mean, there are circumstances where people do quit outside of that, but typically this is how it works when you want to keep things steady. As you guys know, Candy was at the end of her contract period. So when she decided to leave, she was free and clear to leave. With Kirk and Rasheeda, it sounds like they were trying to negotiate for more pay based on what Kirk is telling us in this interview. And in some way, shape, or form, I'm assuming that maybe based on the rate that they're at, because they're also a married couple, I'm assuming that if they were going to be leaving, then Yandy and Mendeecees would be next in line to receive a similar type of rate. I'm thinking that that's what they mean. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that that is what they mean when they say that, from the business aspect of re-signing your contract. So when your contract ends, you would have to re-sign it and hopefully renegotiate so that you can get more money. That's typically how it works. So my thought is, well, that's interesting if you guys' contract is up and you are both working to try to get yourselves more money. What would you be doing to try to secure your spot. But if you're saying that they're trying to get your spot, what are you doing to secure your spot? Is that why we're seeing more of the Jasmine story in general? But that's neither here nor there. That's just the way my mind works. I just be asking these questions. The other thing that they let us know is that the huge thing is that Yandy and Mendeecees, they allege, are not married at all. That these weddings that they had on TV, we knew about the first wedding not being not being certifiable, I guess we should say. We knew about that, but I didn't know that after the second one, that wasn't certifiable either. Rasheeda is very happy to tell us, and both of them are very happy to tell us, like, they not even, like, can you find documentation on it? Can you find anything on the legitimacy of their marriage outside of maybe it being common law? And she then goes on to state that her and Yandy were really never friends. She was like, they don't even know where each other lives. Yandy was not there allegedly for any of the hardships that she's had going on in her life. Yandy has not been present for any of those moments, and they are not really those types of friends. Though they tried to paint that as the narrative on the show, they're not really cool like that. Martine says Yandy changed her name to Harris before they even had a ceremony. Shamar says these games people play on these shows. I don't know how. Hold on, let me read. There was another comment. Is it Alindria? Says, I think Yandy and Mendeecees will have a longer contract since they've been in the franchise longer. I would assume that maybe because they moved, that they may have had a different level of contract since they moved from show to show. I don't know. I mean, they've technically been in the franchise longer, yes, but on the Atlanta version, I think that's a different thing. I cannot wait to go and view the entire video. I haven't seen the whole thing, but there's a pretty extended clip here on Reality Entertainment TV. So if you want to check the Cliff Notes out, I guess check out this version, but it would just be easier to go to Carlos's page and check out the full thing. That's what I would recommend. I mean, of course, we want to help the people get all of the views. I'm sure he don't need no help with that, but I'm going to watch it at some point when I get a moment. It's just fascinating to me that it feels like Rasheeda and Kirk are going super hard at Yandy and Mendeecees when Yandy and Mendeecees are really, the way they appear on the show, or at least in their responses, seem to not be throwing a lot of shade Kirk and Rasheeda's way, at least not as much shade as Kirk and Rasheeda are throwing. I mean, Kirk even tells us that there's a producer, allegedly, that doesn't like Rasheeda on the show. It's just a lot. I'm like, is it worth all this? Because at this point, it's also interesting to note that Kirk and Rasheeda feel like Yandy and Mendeecees are doing something to them, that they're playing a reality TV game and trying to take their spot by trying to include them in this narrative. And, you know, Rasheeda and Kirk are very much like, no, don't be bringing us up into your mess. Whatever Mendeecees is over there doing, and whoever he is allegedly, you know, doing it with, don't be including us in that, okay? And then they go on to state that, well, listen, we are the ones who actually gave Yandy the keys on how to open up their restaurant. Exactly, Shamar, this is what I was thinking too. What it sounds to me, and you hit the nail on the head for what I was thinking. Like, it sounds like Kirk and Rasheeda are more at risk than Yandy and Mendeecees. I mean, I feel like they're throwing the biggest shade grenades. They're they're clapping back the hardest. They're the ones who are exposing Yandy and Mendeecees. I mean, who is fighting the hardest here? Wait. Want to know? Here you go. What is that? I'm late to Pillow Talk with Richie. Let me rewind. Not Pillow Talk with Richie. Not putting me into Pillow Talk with Nene. Keeping it real with Nene. Not keeping it real with Nene. Shamar says Kirk and Rasheeda have been playing so many games with their marriage, especially with this Jasmine story, never added up. Well, Jasmine brought it to them, started all this drama. I'm reading comments. I didn't know that Rasheeda was in a group with Candy called Peach Candy. Whatever happened to that? Gwendolyn says they seem more at risk and are willing to do and say anything to save their spot. Keeping it real with Richie. I actually like that. Oh my God. I actually really like that a lot. And keeping it real with Richie. What's up, Happy Bear? So anyway, y'all. Who? Nene's? She got a new episode out? Oh, she does have a new episode out. I need to go watch that too. So I got some things to watch while I sit up here in the bed. I'm going to run out and get me some food, and I'm going to come right back to this bed. Trust and believe. Okay? Trust and believe. I might need to retitle this video, Keeping It Real with Richie. Oh, my God. Anyway, y'all, I just want to say thank you guys for... Martine says, do it. Let's have chats while you're chilling in the bed. But let me tell you something. That might be the only chats that I'm able to do over the next couple of days. Something in my spirit is just saying, stop. Pillow Talk does give a cute vibe. You know, that's my brother right there. I need to find out how his cruise went. I know it was fun. I know that's right. Furthermore, just DoorDash or Uber. Okay. Listen, if they got some food, they might have some. I can probably get some. Room service or something. Pillow Talk with Richie. Okay, now. Listen, if y'all here for it, I'm trying to make my life easier. I can sit up here and cut that. I can cut up in the bed with y'all. Shamar says you don't have to stop, just slow down. Takesha says the interviews are not hitting. Prayers for Nene. Martine says there's 3 episodes of Nene. I gotta look at her. You know what I did like though? I did see a YouTube video where she talked about the feedback. And I like that she did address the feedback because I felt like that was, to me, I like that she didn't necessarily take offense to the feedback and she just more so addressed it. Your girl, Erica. Hey, Rich, I was looking forward to seeing you Sunday. However, I truly understand why you cancel. Hugs to you, and I pray that you get all the rest you need. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My biggest fear, like I said, was disappointing people. I've had a problem with that for years, to be very honest with you. Like, I wouldn't say being a people pleaser, but just not wanting to disappoint people. And again, I did it to myself because I came up with the idea. So it's me. I am the villain. I was texting my friend, one of my friends who I've known. I'm gonna have her on the show. Actually, I'm gonna interview her. Maybe Friday. I think we're gonna do it Friday. She was on $1 Million Secret. Have y'all seen that show? It's a show on Netflix called $1 Million Secret, and my friend Jamie was on the show. And fun fact, Jamie was also on my episode of Strip with me when I did it back in 2000. That came out in 2018? She was actually on the show with me. And So to see her doing Netflix now, I'm like super excited about her. Shamar says that's the cancer of big heartism. It sure is. Like, come on now. Yes, work smarter, not harder. The bed is popping. Thank you. Listen, ain't it though? I wish I could claim it, but this hotel is nice. Oh, and shout out to my boo downstairs who said she watches the channel. I ran into her at breakfast. So if you watching, hey, I'm utilizing the hotel room. But yeah, so she's on the show $1 Million Secret, and I was texting her today because I was like, girl, I got so many questions for you. She was like, but I told her, you know, I had ended up in the hospital a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, and I told her I just have overcommitted myself, and I did it to myself. And she was like, yeah, you've always had that problem. And I was like, not you calling me out, friend. Not you calling me out from like years ago. Like, and that tells me something like, okay, I've had this pattern for a very long time. And even now, but I think now I'm just having to slow down because I'm dealing with life. But like, man, like that was embarrassing actually. Tanya, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Tanya. I mean, I was really honestly, my thing was, I was so like excited to like just meet everybody. That was my goal, just meet. Maurice says they got on Jamie last. Okay. Yo, they was stressing my girl out. They were stressing my girl out. And fun fact, Jamie was one of the first people I met when I moved to LA. I literally walked into a brunch that she was hosting. Where was it? At the spot called Madeira. I don't know if it's still even there. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to be friends. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Yeah, Jamie's actually a life coach. So when she said it this morning, I was like, ooh, not you calling me out, girl. But yeah, so we're gonna chat this, I think, on Friday. And then I'll put that out for you guys. I'm honestly now at a point where I feel like I want to do more talking to people than talking about them. And again, this could just be because I'm just where I'm at in my current journey. I was actually dreading doing this video because I was like, oh my God, I hate admitting when I have done, like I have taken on too much, or when I'm having like a life issue. But now that I'm reading y'all comments, apparently I'm not the only one. So listen, I want to say thanks to y'all for being understanding. And honestly, if I had known that so many people were actually having some of the same issues, I would have probably been able to open up about this a long time ago. But nobody, I think, really wants to admit that they are like literally suffering when they're going through grief. Yeah, so that's my goal. Just like a little pivot, you know what I'm saying? Like talking to people. I'm kind of scheduling some things out now because I just feel like I would be more impactful if I'm able to talk to people than I would be, or I should say, it excites me more to talk to people than it does to talk about them at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much the update for you guys. But I had literally just hit the button for the refunds, and I was like, I need to hop on here and let you guys know what had happened and why. Hey, Tada, yeah, Philly, baby. I might run out and just run around because it looks like it's a nice day outside. So I might just run out and get some food so that I can, you know, at least get some sunlight for the day. If y'all have any dinner recommendations for Philly, let me know. I'm open. I went to a nice spot last night. I cannot remember the name of it. Patricia, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to be in the bed. I think I'm going to be in the bed. I did go to the gym. What else did I do? I went to the gym. That was about it. That's about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my God, Latoya. I was having panic attacks like back to back. I had one, I didn't even say anything. The only person that knew about my panic attack in Thailand was my cousin, who was also my assistant. But when I got back, they became more frequent. And one night, I was like laying on the floor trying to like get my heart rate down. And I called my doctor and she was like, you need to go to the ER. She was like, go now, like go. And so I went, and I mean, medically speaking, like all my test results came back fine, but I guess I've just been having these recurring panic attacks. So TMI probably, but somebody out there can relate. So that's just the truth of the matter. So yeah. Yeah, PG darling, I'm trying. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Latoya. It is definitely hard. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It has definitely been hard. So, you know. All right, I'm not getting emotional right now. I'm gonna go ahead and log off, but I did want to let you guys know what was going on. Talk a little bit of, a little bit of reality tea. But I wanted to catch up with y'all personally and let y'all know what was up and apologize. That's all I can do. I'm sorry. And when I can make it up to y'all, I will definitely do so. But right now, your boy is I think I'm about to turn on this Netflix and just zone out. Oh, no. You know what? I'm gonna watch a couple of these interviews on YouTube. Support my people. But with that being said, y'all, I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Y'all be good. All right.